Oh, sorry. Hey guys, this is RoniK95 here, and it is time for my Horror DVD and Blu-ray collection. For the first time here, guys. Before we dive into this, I've gotten rid of some of those I picked on there, but there's some that I have were on loan, but especially the ones that I don't have. Especially the ones they were on loan as well, particularly. Well, most of them didn't bring up as what I expect as well. But the ones I have, what I got in my horror movie collection is what I got the most as well. Yeah, but for right now, these are my horror movie collection as well, because this is something I have of what I own, and something I have what I got in my Pride collection as well. So today we're gonna be showcasing here on there but there's some horror movies I want to get that I picked that I like as well, in my opinion. So let's dive into what we got here, which is right here, right now. Let's dive into this. The first one here I have is The Grudge. This is actually the first one on here on DVD. Yeah, this is basically the remake of the original Japanese version. I haven't seen the Japanese version, but I wanted to try it as well. Because if you watch the original, Japanese version, because I think it's more freakier as opposed to this as well. Yeah, this is directed by Japanese director Takashi Shimizu, and it's produced by Sam Raimi, who brought you the Evil Dead movies and the Spider-Man series as well, particularly. And another one, of course, I got is this is the unrated director's cut of The Grudge 2 on DVD here. This is directed by Takashi Shimizu, who is a Japanese director, and it's produced by Sam Raimi as well, because this is a 2007. Yeah, the other editions of The Grudge on here has the unrated extended director's cut version as well, because I think there's only both versions on here. But one thing I like, this came with a little advert on here. This has an ad for Talladega Nights. I really need to pick up Talladega Nights on DVD, because that will be a subject for my DVD update videos. But anyways, I got The Grudge 2 at a thrift store back in 2018 as well. In case no horror collection as well. The first one here I have is Last House on the Left. This is actually a 2009 version as well. I really need to pick up the original 1972 version, if it's any good as well, particularly. Which I've shown you before in my previous, because I've done videos like these a while back as well. And the next one here I got is The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I have here on DVD. I mean, this is basically freaky as hell as well, because I have not watched it yet, but maybe for another time as well. And the next one here is strictly for horror movie fans could know. This one here I got is New Year's Evil, which I considered one of those 80s movies on here. I mean, it has like a Halloween vibe feel as well, but instead it takes place around New Year's Eve on here. This one apparently did got a Blu-ray release from Scream Factory, but it's going out of print though. Although Kino Lorber Films now release this in the original Grindhouse 35mm quality as well, particularly as well. I mean, the soundtrack's pretty good though. The next one here I got is The Shining. This is the classic movie from Stanley Kubrick on here. This is actually way better than that crap-ass Shining miniseries as well, in case you're wondering. And as well, of how you want to know why, is how, Jack Nicholson did a great job in this movie to make it the very perfect epic horror film that came out around the 80s as well. Yeah, although I have read the novel though, but the novel by Stephen King you have to be in the mood for, but this one you have to throw in any time, especially for a good film like The Shining, because I got this on Blu-ray as well. Yeah, although I have got rid of the miniseries at Half Price Books because it's not as good as the movie from Stanley Kubrick, because you have to throw in this movie at any time as well. And the next one here I got is this one, which is the greatest of all horror. Stephen King's It. This is the mini-series with Tim Curry. Not the one with Bill Skarsgård from 2017. This is the one you have to check out. In my opinion, I thought this was pretty good, though, because Stephen King's It, in my opinion, is one of my favorites on here as well. Yeah, I think I've seen clips of this on the Sci-Fi Channel as well, because I remember this back in the day as well. Yeah, because this has commentary with Dennis Christopher, Tim Reed, John Ritter, Richard Thomas, and director Tommy Lee Wallace on there as well. Yeah, this is in a flipper disc as well. I don't know why they have it in a flipper disc on there. Well, you get it. Apparently this one also got a Blu-ray as well. And no horror movie collection wouldn't be without the Universal Monsters on here. This one I have is the Legacy collection of Dracula on DVD. This also includes both versions of Dracula on here, which it has one that has the original score and the other that has the Philip Glass score on here on this DVD. And this also includes Son of Dracula, House of Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, and this also includes the Spanish version of Dracula with the introduction into the Spanish version with Lupita Tovar on here, especially for this one as well. And the next one here I got is the Wolfman. This is the Legacy Collection one on DVD. This has the original documentaries on there as well, and this includes the audio commentary by Tom Weaver on this one as well. Because I've done videos like these a while back, many Halloweens ago as well. And another one here I got on DVD is this one, and that is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, which I've shown you before on my previous video as well, because I have done videos like these on Halloween as well, because there's some good horror on there I like as well. And the next one here I got that I was going to show you I have here is Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is the 1954 Universal Monster movie on here. Because I think this came out in 1954, which I think it's around the same time as the Japanese film Gojira, which is the Japanese version of Godzilla, which is happening in Japan, though, as well. But this one is part of the Universal Monster Classics on here, and that's Creature from the Black Lagoon as well. Because I don't know why I have it, because it's out. And the next one here, because I have the one of those M. Night Shyamalan movies I have here, and that is The Sixth Sense, which is one of those movies you have to throw in to be in the mood for as well. And the next one here, this is the creepiest of all horror movies as well, and that is the Omen. This is the original, not the 2006 remake. No, this is the original one as well. Yeah, with Gregory Peck on here, because this is the uber scariest film. You know, Devil's Child in that movie as well. Yeah, because this is more creepier than any other movies on there. And a horror movie from the 90s that I genuinely love, as opposed to the novel, is this one. Bram Stoker's Dracula. In my opinion, Bram Stoker's Dracula is actually my favorite movie on here, because it has 3 Academy Awards in 1992 as well. This movie features Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, and Keanu Reeves on here. The costume designs is done by Eiko Ishioka, who's a Japanese costume designer in that one as well. And this was distributed by American Zoetrope, who worked on the Jeepers Creepers movie on here as well. But this movie, in my opinion, this is actually the best of the horror movies on here as well. This one apparently did got a Blu-ray release on here. I mean, I loved the soundtrack in this movie. I loved it because you can't go wrong with a horror movie from the 90s on here. Because, especially if you want to watch something good, particularly as well. Yeah. Because this one here, in my opinion, this is very closer to the source material of the original novel. Especially of how, I suppose if you ever read the novel, though. But this movie you can watch anytime, especially if you want to binge watch on something, because this is actually my favorite movie. I think I love Bram Stoker's Dracula, because this movie is way better than that crap-ass 2018 cannibal horror movie, The Farm, which I thought The Farm 2018 horror movie was disturbing and disgusting as hell. But Bram Stoker's Dracula is my favorite, though, as well. And a snake creature horror film here on DVD I have is Anaconda. This stars Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, and Owen Wilson, and Eric Stoltz, and Jonathan Hyde in that movie as well. I mean, if you ever watch these kinds of like creature feature horror movies like these, this is one of them. This is kind of like Jaws, but in the Amazon River. I mean, this movie is about a group of documentary filmmakers who are searching of a long-lost tribe of how they worship snakes like gods as well, as particularly of how they want to expect for this one, until they were surrounded by an anaconda. Yeah, this is more scarier than The Exorcist, because this movie's, because, you know, a snake swallows people in this movie. Yeah, because, yeah, this movie does feature Ice Cube in that movie as well. The next one here I got is Misery, which is the one that features James Caan and Kathy Bates. Yeah, this is the master of all these horror movies that are based on these novels by Stephen King as well. Well, the music is composed by Mark Shaman, who worked on the Addams Family movies on here, including Addams Family Values as well. Or I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken. This is directed by Rob Reiner, who worked on Stand By Me in that one as well. Yeah, as many of his famous works as well. Because, no wonder why. This has made by Castle Rock Entertainment on here. I got this for this was only like $1 when I got this at a library book sale as well. The next one here I got is Silver Bullet, which is a Thinking Man's Werewolf movie of the 80s as well. Particularly how I got this on DVD, which I've shown you before in my previous videos on there. And of course, I have another movie that I have here, and that is H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator, which is another 80s horror movie. This is released by Anchor Bay as well. Yeah. There's another one I wanted to see is Dagon, which is a Spanish horror movie on there. Yeah, because I thought Dagon was is pretty good in my opinion, though, but I haven't seen it. Well, it's been a while since I've seen it, but this you have to throw in any time. And of course, I have the original masterpiece of horror, Pet Sematary. This is the original, not the remake from 2019. Yeah, this is the one that I have here. But I have never seen Pet Sematary 2, but this is the one I have here. I got it on DVD as well. And some other movies I got here on there, and that is the first Poltergeist movie. This is the first one. And this is better than that crap-ass 2015 reboot, but this one you have to watch in any time as well. And of course, I have the double feature one. I have Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist 3. Although Poltergeist 2, in my opinion, is my favorite, though. But the third one, the third Poltergeist movie, was not even that good, in my opinion. I might as well wanted to say that is Poltergeist 2 also did got a standalone DVD, because I heard about the critics had these mixed reviews about Poltergeist 2 and the third one as well. But though I've heard that Poltergeist 2 also did got a standalone DVD. I will be picking up the standalone DVD at one point. At least the standalone one can be better in your horror movie collection as well, which is something better as well. And the next one here I have is the 4-film horror collector's set on here. I mean, this has movies I've never saw, which I have never heard of, which are Raging Sharks and Kraken, Tentacles of the Deep on there. And this also includes the horrible sequel to The Howling, which is Howling 4, Original Nightmare, which I thought was pretty not even that good. But although I have heard of The Howling, the first one with Dee Wallace on here. This has Night Shadow, which I thought Night Shadow was kind of decent in my opinion, but the image on there, it looked like somebody had photoshopped this on there, and the head right there on there, it looked like somebody have photoshopped the German Shepherd's head on there. Because I don't know why it looks like it's been photoshopped on there as well. Well, Night Shadow is actually like a TV movie from the 80s on here, particularly as well. And another old black and white horror movie on DVD that I have right here is this one, Return of the Vampire with Bela Lugosi. Because I think this one they have to call like these earlier horror movies of the 40s on here, like this one as well. The artwork looks like one of those, like these old movie posters as well. Most of these movies have been renewed in the 70s as well, like when they were getting to be reissued as well. Kind of interesting story, though, hasn't it? And the last one here I have for my horror movie DVD and Blu-ray collection, what I have for today, is American Psycho. In my opinion, when I first watched American Psycho, I thought I really loved this movie because this is actually my favorite horror movie from the 2000s on here. Yeah, Christian Bale, Reese Witherspoon, Willem Dafoe did an excellent job in this movie. I mean, this movie is way better than The Farm, in my opinion, because I bet you The Farm is pretty disturbing and makes me upset my stomach. But American Psycho you can watch at any time as well, particularly as well, because can't get enough American Psycho, huh? Yeah, because I had to get this as well. As opposed to my horror movie collection, I need to get something which is the movies that are like those good crossover, like these two horror film franchise ones, like Freddy vs. Jason, like a crossover, between, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, not the crap 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street movie, no, the original ones, and also same with Friday the 13th. Forget the crap 2009 remake, no, the original ones as well, especially these original franchise ones. In my opinion, I thought Freddy vs. Jason is pretty good crossover movie, because no horror movie collection wouldn't be without those as well. And also, there's some other ones I need to find, such as Suspiria, which is one of those Dario Argento movies as well. Because, Dario Argento is an Italian director who did these kinds of movies on there as well. And not only that, there's also the other ones I need to get, which are the Scream movies on here, which I thought, I've seen the first Scream movie, because I thought Scream is pretty good, in my opinion. And also, there's a cameo I found in Scream 3. They showed Jay and Silent Bob cameo in Scream 3 as well. Because I think that's how it is how it happened during the events on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back as well. Even though Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is my favorite comedy movie of the 2000s as well. Yeah, because that'll be a subject whenever I can do genres in movies for the physical media video library series as well. Because that'll be a subject for another time as well. Because I like most horror movies, but there's some I do not like. Although, because, you know, as a horror movie fan, because I don't know why a lot of people like those movies that I'm not a fan of, which they are too gory. Say, for example, the Hellraiser movies. I was never a fan of Hellraiser, in my opinion, because I was not even a Hellraiser fan, because I thought Hellraiser was kind of gory, in my opinion. I mean, I don't hate Hellraiser, but it's not even my favorite, because it's too gory, in my opinion, because I was never a big fan of Hellraiser, because I thought they're too gory, though. And also those crap horror movies, such as Killjoy movies. Oh god, don't even get me started on Killjoy. Same goes for The Farm, which is another terrible horror movie from Red Hound Films as well. Even though Red Hound Films is a terrible company, though, as well. But the ones I like are the infamous horror ones. Either if it's these controversial holiday ones, or these crossover ones, especially the ones that are directed from Wes Craven. And there's also some horror in Japanese anime as well. Say, for example, like the Devilman OVA, as well as Boogie Pop Phantom, Junji Ito Collection, as well as, what's the other ones? Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku as well. And also Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I mean, if you love these kinds of vampire movies, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is perfect. But not only that, there's also the other movies I want to binge watch, like the Underworld movies. You know, the Underworld movies are pretty, I wanted to check out, because I've heard good things about it. And there's other ones I wanted to check out, like the Blade Trilogy as well, because I've heard good things about the Blade Trilogy as well. And also, because no matter how much, because, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula is way better than those crap-ass movies that are a rip-off to the Blade Trilogy and Underworld, such as the Twilight movies. I was never a Twilight fan, because I don't really care for it, in my opinion. That's just me, because but still, American Psycho is way better than The Farm, which is a 2018 cannibal horror movie. If I want to do a rant on it, The Farm, that'll be for my rants on movies that are terrible, particularly. That'll be a subject for when it comes to doing a rant on a movie that you hate as well. But American Psycho, I could do a movie review at some point, because I love this movie, though. Yeah, that'll be a subject for another time as well. So that's going to be it for my horror movie DVD and Blu-ray collection for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm going to say for this video. Well, this is the first time I haven't thought of doing a video like this before. Looking back where I did a lot of my physical media video library series in the past, where I have the genre category ones, where I have a lot of horror, where I did a video where I did horror and anime all in one video. I mean, this at all has got to me, though, particularly. It's like, how did I do that? Well, that is the good questionable thing as well. Because, as the thing for this. As for the horror, in my opinion, you know, because although Freddy vs. Jason, in my opinion, is better than Hellraiser movies, because I was never a fan of Hellraiser, because I am not a fan of Hellraiser at all, because I bet Hellraiser is kind of gory, in my opinion, though. particularly as well. And I don't know why Hollywood is keep rebooting these old horror movie franchise ones. Like, say for example, like Pet Cemetery, like stuff like Pet Cemetery, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Child's Play, the remake from 2019 as well. Like, why would they do that? And also the Stephen King's It and It Chapter 2, because I was never a fan of those, but the miniseries is the true master of horror as well, when it comes to having a horror collection as well, particularly as well. But horror movies that I do not like are from Red Hound Films, such as The Farm, which I thought The Farm is terrible, because I saw it once. I almost threw up because I hated The Farm, because it's like your dollar store Dario Argento movie as well, particularly. That'll be a subject for my rant on a movie as well. Subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook. If you have a Twitter, Facebook account, all social media, smack the like button if you enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Be sure to, if you want to check out my Anime Planet, the link will be in the description down below. If you want to check out my Anime Planet as well, be sure to click on the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't been to and check out my channel. Be sure to click on the subscribe button if you're a newcomer. Smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well. And that's all I have, what I got. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video. I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is Rurouni K95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos.